Welcome and welcome back, everyone. We're going to be watching and reacting to a mix of YouTube videos and some TikToks as well. And without further ado, just let's jump to the first one. Now, let's see what woman divorces her husband and immediately regrets it when he replaces her with another woman. Fine. It is what it is. Let's see what this is from. I need to. How do you see this? And talk, of course. Let's see.
A boss. I want to be a boss. I want to be independent. I don't need a man. I can do this all on my own.
A few moments later.
I just found out today that my ex-husband is engaged.
Nobody cares.
And I'm unwell.
Nobody cares.
And even though, yes, it was me that was like, hi, I want divorce. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Hey, I'm not surprised,
It brings up all these feelings.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Minkia. Why do you guys get these feelings after the shit is done?
Nobody cares.
Nobody
It brings up all this stuff.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
And we have a kid and it brings up all this stuff around him.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Oh, I actually agree with this one. I freaking agree with this one. I want to be independent. I want to. Okay, some of the things that I heard. You didn't date me properly. You didn't love me the way I wanted to be loved. You didn't do that. You didn't do that. It's like, whoa. And the moment it's like, okay, oh, I've done everything by myself. I've raised the kid by myself. You don't do chores, or actually, no, it's like you don't do the chores that I want. Whatever. And when it's done, but what am I going to do now? Bro, I've been trying to communicate. At some point, I lost it because I'm human. Now you're like, what do I do now? Fudge is going on.
What's wrong, Pookie? Did you think after you divorced him, took his kid, and forced him to pay child support, he'd still be faithful to you and still be around so you can cry on his shoulder after you had your fun with Chad and Tyrone and they just pumped and dumped?
Not a chance.
Wow.
Wait, hopefully you guys heard that.
You really thought your life post-divorce would be pretty much this, didn't you?
I think we should go on a break.
What do you mean?
Well, I want the comfort of you being there for me, but I also really want to hook up with this hot guy that I've been DMing lately. But if he realizes he doesn't want to be with me, then I want to go back to being exclusive with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, pretty much. I heard that. I really heard that.
All right, sounds good. Babe, you're back.
Guys are such...
Oh, no.
That guy that I was DMing that said he just wanted to rail me didn't actually want to date me.
No.
Or his friends. Tyler, Jimmy, Jerry, Michael, Jake, Chad, Joseph, Braxton, Malcolm Kellner. That douchebag broke my heart. I think I made a huge mistake.
Babe, who would have thought the guy you just threw yourself at with almost no effort on his part wouldn't want to date you? So are we back to being exclusive?
You know, I think I'd like that. Wait, you didn't hook up with anyone, did you?
Of course not. I would never break your trust like...
I have a mate. He recently got into a divorce, and they got into a divorce because she cheated on him. He tried to patch things up to see if it works or not, but yeah, in the end it didn't. He tried for a month or two, whatever, to see if he can actually go over the fact that she cheated. But after this whole divorce was finalized and everything, she was like, yeah, but why did you leave me? And it's kind of your fault that I cheated on you. So, it's like, what? And no one is perfect, okay? Yeah, my mate has some issues as well, but we all do. Definitely, I have shitloads of issues. But to blame it on him, the fact that you cheated, and try to make him regret the fact that you cheated. And yeah, this part is like, you didn't hook up with anyone. And of course, he started with the blaming and all of that, and wow, I cheated because you didn't treat me properly and so on. The moment that she realized that he is in a new relationship, that's when she became like, so it's something with women, I think.
That.
Okay, good.
Cool, I'm glad we're back to being just us.
Me too.
I I wish that I had more people that were like totally honest and like super transparent in really difficult times.
Oh, right. It's not your fault you effed up your life. It's other people's fault because they didn't convince you not to F up your life.
Pathetic. Of course.
Well, sweetie, this may be tough for you to come to terms with, but the world doesn't revolve around you. And just like the wall, the consequences of your actions are
I hated when I wasn't saying anything, I suppose, because I was on mute. The beauty of live streaming, it is what it is. Let's go through them again, more or less. I wanted a divorce. How dare he do better than me? Let me see like this. Okay. Yeah, now I can actually hear myself on this, so hopefully I won't mute myself in the future. Spoiled children often hate playing with their old toys until they see someone else enjoying it. 100% true. I don't want you, but I don't want anyone else to want you as well. Sincerely, a modern woman. Oh, you know what? It's like I would love to see more comments from women as well, just to have the different perspective. I think it would be nice. I was engaged with a woman, and she ended up breaking it off. About a year or two later, she calls me and asks me if I ever thought about getting back together. I took great satisfaction telling her no, and that I was engaged to someone else, and please do not call me again. And I was dating with what seemed to be an amazing woman at some point. We broke up. She, from my point of view, ended up proving me that she was actually mental. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I ended up in the same city as her after a few years. We met for a drink. Like, okay, all good, fine. I was a gentleman, so I took the cab. I was like, her house was in the same way as mine. No problem. I'll just leave you at your house. And I went on my business. Literally, I don't know if she stepped off the cab, and in 30 seconds, my phone started like boom, 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 like 20 messages, 30 messages. I was an animal and an asshole because I didn't try to do anything. It's like, woman, you broke up with me. You were crazy as fudge. Why would I ever try to do anything? And besides, while we were at dinner and for a glass of wine, she was telling me about her beautiful relationship and so on with the guy that she's dating for almost since we broke up and so on. So it's like, what do you want? I don't know, but I respect the bro code. I'm like, no, this shit doesn't work. But yeah, funny how the kid didn't matter when she wanted a divorce, but now all of a sudden she uses it as a token. Hopefully I don't have that ever. But yeah, loads of men either lose their kids completely, or they see their kids turned against them. It's bullshit. It's literally bullshit. And men, women, please, no matter what happens between the two of you, don't screw up the kids, man. They're innocent. They're proven guilty, but still they're innocent. As long as you guys try not to screw them over, maybe we have a chance for society. You know what a sign of a stable, healthy individual? Filming yourself crying online. Oh, wait. No, both. Filming yourself in the first instance, like, yeah, I'm divorcing, I'm independent, I'm good, I'm cool. I get it if you divorce the guy, just, okay, fine, bad relationship, you don't get along, you don't love each other, you don't respect each other, he beats you, he cheats on you, whatever. It's like, okay, you have shitloads of valid reasons, but just because you want to be independent doesn't make sense. But yeah, fine, have it your own way. And with the crying, yeah, I already said that she might need therapy. When my ex wanted a divorce, I brought a date to the final hearing. She was doing shit. A friend that recently divorced, he went with a Porsche to the divorce. He was like, I don't give a shit. At least I want to have fun. It's like, okay, but buy it after you have the divorce papers. Ola is great when the replacement is 10 years younger too. It's her kid when the divorce is in process, but our kid when it comes time to pay for it. Yeah, You threw him and your marriage away and then got upset and he moved on, of course. That's some the crazy right there, pretty much. Cool. Let's move to the next one.
To tell him that I wanted a divorce. I texted my therapist, our marriage counselor, and I was like, I need to tell him that I want a divorce, but I want to do it in a session so that there's like a mediator present.
Holy shit, this one is worse. Okay.
Translation. She won in a 2-on-1 ambush.
Got us in like ASAP, like 2 days later. And I walked in knowing that I was going to ask for a divorce. And so we sit down in our session. It's like really tense, really awkward. My ex was sitting there like, so why do we have an emergency session? Therapist was like, Jamie, do you want to start?
I have to say something.
Suck my dick and my pussy and my crack. We'll be right back.
And I just started crying and I was like, I want a divorce. You know, it's hard for me to like say the words. I was like, I'm done. I want a divorce. He sat there quiet. I'm sitting next to him crying. He didn't move. He didn't look at me. He didn't react at all. He just was stone cold.
What?
And eventually our therapist was like, would you like to respond? So he responded right away and he's like, fine, let's just go ahead and finalize the details.
Of course, because you ambushed the guy. You called him to like counsel therapy and ask for a divorce. What did you expect? Like literally, what do you expect? Maybe you were hoping he's going to start screaming, yelling, and it's like, okay, can I use that in court? Like, what's with this mentality, man?
And that was that. And I just was like, I looked at my therapist and I was just like kind of stunned.
Oh, what's wrong, Pookie? Did your plan to get him to lose his cool in front of a witness so you can use it against him in court fail miserably?
Like I knew that I was ready to leave that day, but I couldn't believe that that was his reaction. There was no empathy. There was no compassion. There was no like wanting to fight for.
Wanting to fight for what? Definitely, if you had time to book the appointment with the therapist, go to the therapist. You were prepared. You're already set on your ways. Try to what? And for what?
For us, which
Fight for what? To give you validation after you tried to rip his guts out in front of a stranger? Or to give you ammo to use against him in court?
I don't think so.
I didn't think that there would be, but you know, you just always hope that like one last try, you know? We went home that night. We didn't speak. He
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't that why you're going to therapy? Couples therapy for the try. But you decided to file for divorce and let him know during the therapy session.
slept on the couch. I woke up and went to work the next day, came home. He was playing PlayStation that night. I sat next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. And I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday? And he was just playing, just looking straight ahead. And he's like, what's to talk about? In my mind, I'm thinking, this is our last ditch effort to like steer the ship around, you know?
What ship? Is it just me or this human is delusional?
And I was like, so what are we going to do?
Sweetie, if you actually wanted a last-ditch effort, you effed it up by telling him you want a divorce, because now the only options he has are either to divorce you and keep his dignity, or beg you to stay, in which case he becomes a spineless. Yes, his dignity was more important to him than your box.
And he just kept playing. And he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done.
Bro was cooking. Yeah, man. That's cool. Okay. So now you tell me that man can't multitask. Yeah? So he was playing PlayStation in the same time, in 24 hours, playing PlayStation, removing the name from the lease, finding another place to stay. We can multitask if we really have to. No, I messed it up. Apparently, I definitely can't multitask tonight.
And I decided that I was next to him. We hadn't talked in 24 hours. And I said, can we talk about what happened yesterday?
I suppose I was here.
So what are we going to do?
Sweetie, if you actually wanted a last-ditch effort, you effed it up by telling him you want a divorce, because now the only options he has are either to divorce you and keep his dignity, or beg you to stay, in which case he becomes a spineless. Yes, his dignity was more important to him than your box.
And he just kept playing. And he was like, I already got an apartment. I already took my name off of the lease. He had done things within that 24 hours. He had opened up the filing folder of his single man life and went ahead and got all the shit done.
Yeah, because men generally don't
Get shit done. That's what we do, especially when we're allowed.
cry about their fifis like you do. They solve problems. You came to him with a problem. The problem was you didn't want him as a husband anymore, so he solved your problem. Now,
When I got separated from the mess, I think in less than 24 hours, so it's like 3 phone calls. After 3 phone calls, I already had 2 options where to stay. And the third one was a plot of land where I can stay with the tent, worst case scenario, but it was like in 3 phone calls. So we kind of move fast. And when we have a problem, I know, like I usually tell my kid, when we have a problem, we have to find a solution. We can't just because no one gives a shit. It's just like, if you have a problem, you have to sort it out, mate.
deal with it.
And that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
And I know this dude, it's a bit in the extreme with his views, but yeah, it works. And his editing is quite nice. I already liked his video. So she is very divorceable. Oh, yes, she is. And she doesn't need just a counsel therapist. She needs like a marriage therapist. She needs a proper one. The fact she's eating a cookie while revealing an intimate story like this tells me she's a narcissistic psychopath. No, maybe that's just the topic of her channel. Shitty stories while eating cookies. Okay. Never threaten a man with freedom. Yeah. And don't corner him. I think most women didn't read the Art of War. So it's like, never corner your enemy. Because if you burn all of his exits, the only way he has is forward. Nothing to lose, baby. He's better off. Eating a cookie while telling the world her plan to blindside him didn't work says a lot. Truly. I've only known her for 3 minutes and 48 seconds and I want to divorce from her. But literally, can you blame the dude? And it's like, all the respect. The guy moved fast. He even gave himself some playtime as well. It's like perfection. Let's see, what's this? Okay. This is good. I didn't see it, but I like the title. Just to make myself a bit clear, if I seem a bit surprised about the things that we see, it's because I haven't seen them either. It's a watch along / reaction. So feel free to comment, feel free to jump in the live stream if you want. I know that I have to set up like a fixed hour every day. Let's see how I can manage it with my normal schedule. So this is if men gassed each other up like women. Let's see.
Hey, how we doing? Rachel dumped me today. Left me for a rich dude. Said I was too broke, couldn't provide her a future.
You have the perfect amount of money.
You're a baller, more than perfect.
Don't let anyone tell you that you're broke.
I am, though. That's why she left me.
She left because she can't handle your level of wealth.
Filthy rich, made of money. Now that she's gone, the landlord wants to redo the lease, so I'm not going to have anywhere to stay.
I don't know about any of that stuff, but when I look at you,
I could actually imagine a discussion between women exactly like this. But I could never imagine a discussion with my mates like this.
I see a man of means, and you need to see the same thing when you look in the mirror.
And if Rachel and your landlord can't see that, that's because they're projecting their insecurities onto you.
Insecure. You don't have to look at your bank account. And if you do, whatever it says, just know it's the...
I don't have to look at my bank account either. Mine actually pops up on my screen and says, you're poor, you're poor, you're poor. Has a mind of its own.
Perfect amount.
If your landlord wants to know what your number is, that's no one's business but your own.
No, I just looked. I'm in overdraft.
Nice, dude.
Crushing it, bro.
You
What?
should take a picture of that and your eviction notice, post it to show what a really well-to-do man looks
I'd like to see you in front of the camera holding your wallet empty. We'll get that photo up on the gram, and within the hour, we'll both comment on that, how much you are crushing it. You're a wealthy man.
A photo of that bank balance should be in a documentary about men with deep pockets.
Anymore? Who's
Hey,
going to
hey,
hang a
That photo that you just showed us should be on the cover of Billionaire magazine.
Why would I be in the cover of
And I'll tell you
Billionaire
what,
magazine?
the only reason you're not on the cover of Billionaire magazine is because society wants you to think that billionaires should be on that magazine instead of someone like you that can show the world what real wealth looks like.
No, probably there was like, bro, you're screwed up, broke. You have to sort your shit out, change your job, fix your freaking finances. Okay, I'm lucky that I have friends that would be like, let me just look at your freaking finances and smash your head to the wall if you screwed up things more than you shouldn't have, and things like that. But get your ass to the gym, get a move on, sort your shit out.
There should be a homeless man on the cover of Billionaire magazine.
Look, I know you guys are all saying this, but she specifically said she left me because I'm broke.
Idiot! Listen, have you tried getting her fired?
We could write a piece to the Huffington Bro, tell her how you feel.
What does it matter how I feel? I know you guys are saying this to be nice, but you guys are actually rich. Like,
hey, we are all equally wealthy. 1, 2, 3.
No, I don't have any money anymore.
No improvement necessary.
So do you guys think
I got a better idea. Walk with me for a second. What you need to do is open up your phone, find maybe a celebrity, male celebrity that used to have no money. Now he has tons of money. Comment that he betrayed you because he had the perfect amount of wealth before and he didn't need to make any changes, you know?
And you want to take those bank photos and you want to go do a photo shoot and then post everything.
The banks might be closed, but for a rich guy like you, they'll probably open it up. They make exceptions. Okay, we'll see you in a bit.
Does he seem poor to you?
Yeah, I really think we should comment on his photos, maybe let him know how rich he is.
Yeah.
Make him feel good, right? Ooh, so these guys are Iron Long. Fun. Cool. Do I really want to go through the comments? Woman, I feel fat. Female friend. No, Quinn, you're gorgeous. You're amazing. You're crushing it. They're not intimidated by you because they can't handle how amazing you are. I want to be independent. Men insult each other, but they don't really mean it. Women compliment each other, but they also don't mean it. We don't really insult each other. But yeah, fine. If you look at it from outside, it looks like we're insulting each other. Fine, I'll give you that. This is a perfect satire for a society that now calls people brave for rejecting reality. Oh, we're living in idiocracy. Sadly, but yes. Okay. This thing on TikTok actually starts
women 99% of the time anymore. Like, y'all be capping. The thing is, they always blame the guy for everything. Oh, he's toxic, whatever. And then you talk to the guy. Oh, yeah, I just didn't want to go to the club on a Saturday. Oh, is that really toxic? It's just that women, you guys don't like boundaries and standards. You guys can have the highest standards in the world. You can have all these boundaries. You can have all these rules on your man, all the shit that you want. But if he imparts any type of boundaries on you, it's toxic. It's misogynistic. It's terrible. Like,
double standards. But actually, are all of you dudes like have a problem with the fact that if your missus going to a club night with the girls, okay, club night, yeah. On a holiday, for example, just with the girls, it's like if they're just going on a holiday, chill part, holiday, whatever, I usually don't have a problem with that. But you need to trust your partner. That's the thing. You really need to trust your partner and to have some confidence in yourself a bit as well. But as long as I used to go on holidays, just me and my mates, I would expect her to do the same. And I think for some couples, it's actually better because you need to be yourself outside of the couple as well from time to time to give you that kind of freedom. And I say I don't really have a problem with this. Why? Because the first uni that I've went to was Civil Navy. So the dean of our dean in the first day explained to us that your partner can cheat you even when she's holding your hand. So if she's going to the club or going to the grocery store, doesn't really matter. If she really wants to do something, she's going to do it. So why live with frustration? Just if it happens, yeah, you have to end it up. It is what it is.
I always want to hear the guy side because girls be lying, bro. I'll be honest with you. Like, I don't believe women 99% of the time anymore.
Honestly, with the girls that are lying, I'm starting to believe the same thing. At least that loads of them are really lying a lot. Let's see. This is Bill Burr. I don't know if I mentioned it, but all of the links for all of the things that we're going to see and so tonight are in the description. Oh, come on. I'm really sorry. I think now I'm starting to understand why all of the people that I see online on YouTube and so on, they kind of take a break from live streaming or anything when they're sick. My head is definitely not
You
working
did
properly.
more for me than. Yeah, I just told her. I was like, fuck it. I just said I'm sad. And she just went, oh. She's like, was it something I did? Did I do something? I said, no, you and me are great. You and me are great. This is some shit from a long time ago, that I just been thinking it's been coming up and all of that. It's just been really bothering me. And she goes, oh, okay, well, I'm sorry. And then she just walked out of the room.
Really?
And I couldn't even get mad at her. I was just envious, right? I was like, I didn't know you could fucking do that.
Weren't you supposed to be there, like support each other? It's like, bro, do you want a hug? Do you want a cup of tea? Something. It's like, I'm sorry you're sad. It's okay. I understand. It's not my fault. That's good. That's even better. Can I help you, support you with something? Do you want to tell me about it?
All these years of listening to you dump your day on me, having to actively listen. Mandy said that to you? No, she didn't. Oh my goodness. So what did you say? Oh, you said that? No, you were totally within your right to say that. And I feel proud to be with you, knowing that you stuck up for yourself in that fucking moment. Jesus Christ.
Or that one when she starts telling you, and I don't know about you, but usually when someone tells me about a problem, or I try to come with solutions, which apparently is very completely and utterly wrong, because she doesn't want solutions most of the time. She just wants you to shut up and do like this, because she already thought of all of the solutions, and most likely 100% any kind of solution that you're trying to give, it's wrong. It's a lose-lose situation.
Yes, I didn't realize that I could just be like, oh, that's between you and Mandy? All right, take it easy. Good luck with that shit. I'm going to go watch some hockey. That is some you and Mandy shit. Let me know how that works out, or don't. I don't give a fuck.
I should probably try that at some point. Oh, I'm so sad. Yeah, okay, cool. It's okay. Pass me a beer. Moving forward.
You are dating a man and he asks you to be in a committed relationship and he hasn't went through the pull away phase. If he has not pulled away, you and your girlfriends have decided to go on vacation. Y'all are going to go on a week-long cruise. You off on a vacation in his eyes. However, you can be at a girlfriend's house for an entire week. And there's no cell phone reception on cruises. You're minding your business. You're enjoying your life. I would never get in a committed relationship or even marry a man who hasn't experienced what it feels like to not have access to me, even for a period.
Woman, I wouldn't want to be with someone like you. And I know I just said like a few minutes ago that I'm more than fine in a relationship to have the trust and confidence in each other to actually go in outings, me with the mates and she with her friends and so on.
For a period of time, for at minimum at least a week. He needs to see there's nobody else better than me. And if he believes there's something.
Fudge off. So basically, we're saying the same thing, but we're saying something completely different. So I'm saying that, yes, it's okay to go for a week or a few days with your friends, just with your friends. I don't know, for a game, football game. I've been with my mates to Madrid for a football game. Really amazing game. There was no point for her to come anyway, right? It was like drinking, football, drinking, football, drinking. So it's okay. We had an amazing time. She had an amazing time. She went and she visited something else, I don't know, Cambridge, whatever, with her friends. Everyone was happy. But the idea is being you, your normal self, with your friends in your normal environment without having the... Let's face it, when you're in a couple, you kind of tend to accommodate the other person as well. So it's like I couldn't have like shitted myself drunk if she was there, right? And I don't know, I suppose if I would go with her and her friends, I couldn't go to a mall for 3 hours. But not because like there's nobody, so there's no one else as good as me. What the fudge?
Somebody else out there better for him than me, let him have her. Please go get her. That means he is not your man. That's not the man for you. And when you have healed and you are confident, then you move around like you already know who you are. And you only want that man who knows who you are and he sees the prize that's in you, and he wouldn't do a damn thing to risk the prize that is you.
You're not a prize, you're a liability. Correct me if I'm wrong. Fine, let's... Man. I suppose loads of women and young women are seeing this shit and taking it as good advice. At least the first comment seems okay. I remember reading this advice over 2 decades ago. Yeah, it's old shit. Age 43 and in a happy relationship. Oh, good for her. I can tell you, if you need to play games, they're not the right person. No, if you need to play games, maybe you're not the right person. Other than that, at least this lady, Keisha or whatever, she kind of got it. So it's like, don't play dumbass games.
What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? Running around. I'm wife material. No, you're not. Says who? If you could be a wife, you'd be a wife. I'm single by choice. No, you're not. You're single because
Yes, by choice, but whose choice?
you don't have a fucking choice. I got options. No, you don't. You got a bunch of niggas that'll take you to Pound Town. That's about it. Ain't nobody looked at you and said, you know what? I'll take care of you. I'll be your husband. I'll protect and provide for you and only you. Ain't nobody said that to you. Never. Not once. You know why? Because you're not wifey material. If you could be one, you'd be one. You're 35, 30 plus, talking about, I'm a good wife. How the fuck would you know? You're in charge of who smashes. Men are in charge of who's going to be married at the end of the day. But you've
True story. Like the guy has to come with the ring, right?
never been topic of discussion. Never been considered. You're a fucking bum. All of that sucks. Your aura stinks. Fuck is you talking about, dummy?
Dummy.
What the
Ooh, I really need to learn how this crap TikTok works and not just slide from one to the other. It's annoying. This is the same thing.
Funniest thing about so many men is nowadays, so many men are no longer scared of being single. They're now scared of being in a soul-sucking, detrimental relationship that's only going to waste their time, waste their energy, waste their effort, and waste their money. They would rather be single than be in a bad relationship. So it's not that men are complaining.
If women want to prefer to be with the bear in the forest, we would prefer to be single. We all have choices to make in life.
Because they're single. Men are complaining because they've just seen everything as such a waste of time for them lately. Do you know what the funniest thing about so
Very true story. Yeah, being lonely sucks, but getting your soul ripped apart, even though you always gave 100%, 150% for her, it's worse. Yes. Better be single than in a bad relationship. Very true. It's not a waste of time. It's like jail. No, because in jail you might even have more sex than in a bad relationship.
Why don't you ever talk about the men that don't pay child support?
Because it's women like you who spread your legs for guys like that. Why don't you ever talk about the responsibility of women who choose irresponsible males to procreate with and then complain later when they're irresponsible?
No.
The women who have a one-nighter with a bartender or a guy on a motorcycle or a musician, and then you complain later on the guy's a deadbeat. He was a deadbeat too.
Yes. Ooh, so sad, so true. I have a lady, single mother. Man, she's amazing as a friend, but her choices in men, whoa, they're dodgy. And yeah, no, sorry. And at the end of the day, after she goes on a date, she's surprised about the shit that the guys say or do. So it's like, have you looked at the guy? Have you checked him out? It's like, I wouldn't even go out for a pint with that dude. But you took him out. You invited him for a date or accepted a date invite from him. It's like, what are your selection standards? And why do you have high expectations after? It's like, what's the point? How does that work?
To begin with.
Why nobody can ever talk to you because you don't let
People talk to me all day long. You can't talk to me.
No, I'm trying to talk to you and you're talking over.
Dear, don't tell me how to do a radio show. I've been doing this for 25 years. I don't need your help.
Okay, let me. Can I please just say this? I was married once before. Okay, my husband and I had a child together.
Right.
After I was tired of him beating me for 2 years, I left him.
Really? But why did you tolerate it for 2 years? Can I?
Yeah, that was my first question. And if she's gonna say it, I know, but I stayed for the kid. Where I tried to change him, that's...
Hey, can you tell me why you tolerated being beaten for 2 years? I'd like to hear about this.
My answer to that is because I was young and stupid.
Okay, I agree with you.
There you go.
You were stupid. No doubt about it. And now what are you going to complain that he doesn't pay child support? A guy who beat you for 2 years? Imagine that. The guy is irresponsible.
Right.
He beat me for 2 years, and now that deadbeat doesn't pay.
So So why is it my
There's
fault?
your big concern. Now we see why you're so upset about this. You chose a manifestly irresponsible, violent individual to procreate with. Then you're amazed that the guy doesn't send you child support.
He didn't beat me until
You're still, you know what, dear? You were young and stupid. Now you're old and stupid. I mean, you're still stupid.
Oh, burn.
Oh my God, you
are still stupid. You expect a guy who beat you for 2 years now to suddenly become responsible.
I cannot even believe
You're
this
insane.
video. It is unbelievable.
You can't believe what?
I can't believe that you're still on the radio.
I'm on the radio because I'm right, and I'm on the radio because I've got.
He's on the radio because he has really fast responses and really cool responses, some of them. So it's like, yeah, good man. But he's right. What? Oh, you know what's the sad part? I would suppose and expect that kind of the same pattern or something similar is going to be in future relationships for her. Just saying.
Millions of listeners. That's why.
Yeah, well, you've just lost one.
Dear, you're not the target demographic. I really don't give a rat's ass. I'll bet your husband would agree with me. I'll bet your ex-husband would really agree with me. She hung up.
Silence.
Look at that. He beat me for 2 years, and now, can you imagine? He doesn't send child support. Forgets to send it. I can't believe that deadbeat. First he beat me, and I'm saying, I'm spreading my legs. I'm saying, okay, impregnate me, let's have a baby. So the guy's beating me, okay? After 2 years of beating me, I left his ass because I got tired of being beaten. And now he doesn't send child support anymore. By the way, isn't that a proof of what I've been saying? Oh, women, we're independent. We can do it without men. We don't need men. Now you're taking your abuser and you're saying, the guy doesn't send me any money. You gotta be kidding me.
I don't agree 100%, but close. Very close. Whoa, sad. The case that I was talking about, the moment the guy found out that she's pregnant, he left the country. Like, literally, he left the actual country. He disappeared completely. Like, ran to another country. The guy was a douchebag from the get-go. The problem after this is that 99.99% of the relationships that she had after were kind of the same pattern, the same shit pattern. So it's like dumbass dudes that know. It's like you have to be more selective. But apparently you like bad dudes. And after that you have high expectations from them. And when you have a good dude, you kind of screw him off. Oh, naughty, naughty, naughty. Okay, let's see.
Every single relationship has cheated on me.
You're having sex with your man multiple times a week and he's still cheating. I literally don't think they have any self-control.
You don't have any self-control when it comes to you looking for quality. You have these high standards, and if these guys don't meet your standard, you disqualify them. But the thing is, all of you ladies can actually find a man that won't cheat on you at all. He will look at you as everything. But guess what? Those men, they're...
Yes, but he needs to be I don't know how much tall. He needs to have 6 figures a year. He needs to take you on all the holidays and all the bullshit and all the bullshit and all the bullshit in the world. And the most attractive and
transparent. You don't even see those men. Those guys work at Chipotle. Some of them are in your DMs. They're average guys, but you don't want those guys. You actually want the men that can cheat. So you are actually choosing your fate because you are choosing guys.
Yo, even the guy from Chipotle can cheat, yeah? With all due respect. Have some pride.
That most women want that are very attractive. But guess what? You can choose Joe from Shake Shack. He'll be loyal to you. You can choose the guy that's sending you multiple DMs. Hey, beautiful, can I take you out on a date? Hey, honey, can I take you out on a date? Or you can choose the guys in your friend zone. Those guys been in your friend zone for 5 years. Loved you. Probably had a crush on you in 6th grade. But you don't choose those guys. You don't want those guys. You actually look at them as losers. You only choose the guys that can cheat. Have you ever been...
Trust me, fellas, if she thinks you'll cheat on her, she'll never leave. Okay, never try that. Once she sees that you're faithful, you're no longer attractive to her. Okay. Oh, and I heard the other one. Oh, the moment you open up and show your like soft, weak spots and weaknesses, she's gonna definitely use them against you. And they all laughed. What a damn shame. Laugh because they know he's right. Say it louder for the ones in the back. This one will stop wasting your breath. Oh, come on, man. Why not? For real, this is why every guy needs to read once in his life Buried Money Secrets by Edward Sattler. Okay. Oh, we're actually going for the whole hour. That's cool. And that's it. Actually finished all of them. I'm really sorry because I kind of screwed up a lot of things and forgot to unmute myself quite a few times. I'll see in the edit version what I can sort out. Thank you for your patience. Or how do they say? Thank you. Come again. See you next time. Enjoy life. It's beautiful. It's fun. It's short.